Grandma and Grandpa are down the field. You see them in a minute. That's some of the cows. Just looking back towards where Cook's is now, way before the interstate and all. There's Charlotte. And we were working on the fence. And there I am. There's Grandpa. We're pulling on the wire. That's where my garden is down there now. The last time I had a garden. There's Grandma. It's a little bit cold. And here's some of the cows, calves. That's where the interstate is now. That was Grandpa's little pond down there. It was long and narrow. And that's a bunch of his ducks. That's ducks and ducks and ducks. And in the background is the cows. And that's looking up towards, about towards Albert's house. He's raised the camera a little bit. That's Pete and Buck in the field, way before the interstate. There's Joe on Pete again, and that's an old 51 Chevy sitting in the garage, and a 47 Chevy rear bumper, and that's where my shed is now. And that's some of Dad's fine stock of Parker cows. One on the right with a calf between her legs is Fred.
And again, for all the grandkids, Grandpa did have a farm up there. There's the pecan trees, and that's over close to where Uncle Morgan's pond is now. Lois and Lloyd's house when they were first building it. There's Albert's over in the background. Nary a thing to do with Earl's over there, as you can see. That's looking from Grandma's front yard. This is another snow picture. Obviously earlier than 59, because I see the old 51 Chevy out front. This is Dot and Bob's front yard over here on Brody Road. Now that's a snowman. Look at the size of it. This is looking from the front down to the back, and that's Grandpa's old barn. Not the old barn, but the old barn. Presently now back of there is the interstate and houses and everything else. Out in the yard, over towards, yes, it's over towards Albert's. That's in the yard over where Lloyd's house was, and that's some of Daddy's cows. There he's got the shovel again.
In Mom's front yard about 1957, and it's Joe and Ronnie and Ava and Kathy and I. There's Mama's front yard, Larry on Pete, and Bob's old 54 Oldsmobile in the front yard.
Okay, this is San Juan. Or it was in Puerto Rico, I think San Juan. Back in 55. Mom, Gertie, and Morgan, and their children. 5 on Ostrich and Jerry and Red. Here we are, Mom and Dad out in El Paso was visiting Earl. And that we were sort of editing these films. Up at Grandma's, there's my old 56 Chevy. And Grandma's 59. This is another one of those Parker babies, and I think it must be maybe the same one we had the picture earlier, but I didn't know whose it was. Well, there's Kathy. Maybe it was Debbie. I don't know.
And there's Ronnie again on the horse, on Pete. And Larry and Ronnie again. And there's Kate. Look at the saddle horn. And look at his shoes. That's Jerry and Ronnie and Uncle Lloyd's 54 Chevy. There's Ronnie on Pete. And Gus Lee's trailer. Nothing was out there. About 58. The Yusi's house on the right. King's in the background. That's an old table Dad had in the backyard. And it's Johnny, Jesse, Jerry, Larry, Ronnie, and Kathy, and old Ponto. There's Joe and Pete. Parker. Barbara. With suitcases, looks like.
I think it's Kathy. This is Kathy and Joan, and this was down in Uncle Mitch's place on the bay when Jesse and Joan, but that's dead. There's another shot out in Texas, Lone Star Brewery, San Antonio, when Earl was out there. Barbara and Joe. With Kathy and Debbie, and Ava and Joe and Barbara.
This was in Mom's front yard, about 1957. And it's Joe. And there we're back to the boys on the horse, lovebirds again. This is one of Dad's birthdays. Apparently in about 57, 58. And Diane, I think. And that's the same birthday party. That's Jerry on Bobby Lee's shoulders, Jesse in front, Pam, Diane, Robin, Larry and Ronnie.
Head. Granny's backyard, looking toward Pat Franco's, and that was before Morgan and Gertie built. So this is back 57, maybe, something around in there. And there is Lois on Pete. That's their 54 Chevy. You can see just on the right side over there. Dad's cattle herd. One time before, so he had quite a few up there.
And here, back in the backyard of Grandpa, there's some of his finer automobiles. That's 46, 47 Chevy there in the front. And the one in the back is a 39 or a 40. Jesse's on the little cart, and they've got a bull hooked up, and he's pulling him around on the cart. And there they are in the front yard. I think the bull just did something. If you look at Jesse's nose, I think it must stink. And that's Barnett's across the street.
Well, the quality of these are not the best in the world, but anyway, it's family. There's Larry on old Pete in wintertime and a long time ago. Same as the other, except that's Ronnie.
See on Pete. And they didn't put dates on these. I guess that's about 59. There's Jesse and Debbie on Garden's clothesline. That's the house.
On the saddle while riding Pete. 1960, and one of the Parker grandchildren, maybe some of y'all, it's in Grandma's backyard. Looks like summertime. Alright, this is Gertie and Morgan out in front of their house with the boys. I think it's 59 or 60. Again, same thing out in front of Gertie Morgan's house with the boys, just a slightly different pose. That's Mom holding Jerry in the front room. He did his pipe singing and pipes in there. And Jerry's sleeping away. Here's one of Mom. Same time frame. Who said it didn't snow in South Mississippi? No, this is Dot and Bob. No. That's Mary Lee and George's house, I guess, after the snow. No. I don't know whose house that is. City Park in New Orleans. We went over to spend a day there one Sunday. Same day, City Park in New Orleans. And there's Jerry and Kathy. City Park in New Orleans again. That's Gertie trying to get away as we're taking pictures of the boys. and Kathy. That's a picture of Charlotte, about 59 or 60. Kathy and Debbie. Gertie, Morgan, and the three boys. This is in Mom's front yard. Gertie and Morgan and the boys in the front yard. Notice the two 59s, the Chevrolet and the Plymouth. Plymouth is Bob's, and the Chevrolet was Mom and Dad's. Looking over towards Bert's. The picture on the left didn't come out, but this is one I really liked about Mom, so I kept it anyway. Here we go again. Who is this one? This was one of the, I think, Mama Toodle's birthday party in the backyard. And that was over toward, well, I guess where Dot and Bob used to have their trailer. There's Kathy and Debbie, I think. And Larry. Ava. Easter. Jesse, Joan, and the girls. Mom's yard. Christmas. Mom's. There's Dot. And maybe Linda and Granny and Ronnie and Grandpa's nose and Lloyd, looks better than I've ever seen him, and Bob. What a pair. That was Christmas up at Mom's. There's Dad, Morgan and Jesse. And there's one of the Christmas decorations Mom and Dad used to make. There's Dad. Christmas time. And Mary, and I believe that's Pam. Can't tell for sure. Look at here. Christmas, Grandpa, and I think it's Linda, Morgan, Gertie, and I guess Johnny. Back to the azalea bush, Dot and Bob and the two boys, and Linda's on the way. Here's a picture of Mom, Dot, Ava, and Doc's mama. That's crazy. Picture again after one of Dad's surgeries. There's Jesse Seymour. I think that's Robin Parker. Dad, Morgan. Looks like Pam. Don't know who the little boy is. And I think that's Bob. And I know that's Gertie. Here we go. That's Kathy, Ronnie, Jerry, and old Poncho. And on the back of the little old, I think it was a nice Metropolitan, a nice something, little station wagon. Harry and Ronnie on Brody Road, swinging in the front yard. Again with Ronnie on the horse. A lot better weather there. It's summertime, spring. Bob's and Dot's Oldsmobile in the background there. I think that was a 54. And there. That's an old table Dad had in the backyard. And it's Johnny, Jesse, Jerry, Larry, Ronnie, and Kathy, and old Ponto. Family out in when he was in San Antonio. And I don't remember what year that was. About that. Same as a minute ago, Earl's family, San Antonio. We were out visiting a little bit. There's Earl over on the side. And boy, that was a year or two ago. Look at that silhouette. San Antonio again. There's Gertie Morgan and their kids. That's Gertie, Christmas time. Up at Mom and Dad's house. Got Lois over here in the corner just a little bit. And there's the hillbillies. Bob
Dot, Mom, and Dad over on Brody Road. And this is in the backyard at Mom's, looking to where my house is now. And there's Ronnie and Bob and Larry and Dot and Uncle Morgan. Gonna play badminton. And that's in the front of Morgan and Gertie's new house right after they finished it. That's Morgan, Gert, Johnny, Jesse, and Jerry. Same time frame, another shot. And there's their house. It's just before the addition, and they just finished it up. The blocks and all are still in the front yard. That's Morgan's going to Jerry. There's Lloyd and Lloyd. And Lloyd and Lloyd and Joe. This again is about 57, 58. There's Lloyd's 54 Chevy in the background.
This is Dot and Bob's house on Brody Road. And zooming in a little bit, there's the kids there. And there's our rich sister with her fur coat on. And our poor sister with can't even afford a coat at all. That's my brother-in-law. I did say brother-in-law now. Oh, Bob. Christmas up at Mama's. And there's 50.
And there's Grandma and Uncle Jeff. The TV sets if one didn't work. One on the right we bought in 1951. CBS Columbia. And Morgan and Jesse. One of Dad's ornaments he used to make for Christmas. On top. Grandma Toodle's birthday party out in the backyard. And that's about where my carport is now. And that's the Toodle clan. And we'll see if we can get a little closer and make some of them out. That's Morgan and Bob. And over there on the left, and I think Uncle Jesse. I think they think Jesse's in the back there. And here's the Christmas, or the birthday party again. And I know we can make out some now. That's Morgan standing on the left in the t-shirt. And that's Granny Toodle right there. That's Granny Toodle in about 1960, but I don't know what birthday it was. That one's up. And that's one in the backyard again on the old table which finally fell down. And that's Joan and Kathy and Jesse, Grandma and Grandpa, Dot, Jerry, Gertie, Jesse, Morgan, Johnny, and Ronnie.
There's my father. Oh, but that hair did. This must have been in 68. No, take that back. This is when I was pregnant for Kim. 65. This is at Grandma's house. Any pockets. And it looks like Scott and Bessie and Larry and Lois and Lloyd, Dirty, Johnny, and Jeff, and old Jerry the camera hog. And this pretty new dress.
And there's Scotty. And then eating some of her cake. There's Johnny and Jesse parsing around in Morgan and Garrett's backyard. Jesse and Jerry when they were playing Little League Baseball in 1960. Jerry just missed the ball and embarrassed him and wanted to do it again. That's in front of Kurt Morgan's house.
This is a picture of Doc and Bob with Christmas up at Grandma's house and their 4 children.
This was up in North Carolina when, about the same year, 67, that's Matt. Grandma and Grandpa and Charlotte went up to visit with Donnie, and a while ago Earl was working on Joe's little Fiat, and there Matt and Will and Donnie are standing by a 66 Chevy. Kim and Donnie played in the wagon and Scott holding her. She had a problem with her diaper. Look at that. Grandpa is down the field, you see him in a minute. That's some of the cows. That's looking back towards where Cook's is now, way before the interstate and all. There's Charlotte. And we were working on the fence. There I am. There's Grandpa just pulling on the wire. That's where my garden is down there now. The last time I had a garden. There's Grandma. It's a little bit cold. And here's some of the cows, calves, calves. That's where the interstate is now. That was Grandpa's little pond down there. It was long and narrow. And that's a bunch of his ducks. That's ducks and ducks and ducks. And in the background is the cows. And that's looking up towards, about towards Albert's house. If you raise the camera a little bit. And there's Dennis and Penny, Johnny and Kim. Kim on the left, Grandpa. I think it's Donnie and Kenny. There's Grandpa.
And there's where the interstate is now. Grandpa used to have his ducks. We got a pond there. Cows in the background. Dug this thing with a shovel, boys. Grandpa. Kim, and I think Donnie and Timmy. You notice it was a pretty big pond.
This goes back again like the others that were off color. And Aunt Joan and Joe, Lois and Lloyd, and even Kathy in the strollers, Grandma, Ronnie in front, Aunt Dot, Barbara, Larry, and Aunt Dot. And there's a fine looking crew of ladies. Who's Gertie, Lily Mae, Barbara, and Dot. And this was Christmas in about 60. And there's Diane. And Robin. Pam's over the other side, Johnny, Jesse, Jerry, Kathy, Larry up the street. She used to really put the pencil on it. There's me and Dad out by the wisteria that's in my front yard now. And there's Mom and Dad, front of the house. There's Daddy down the field. He was working. Let's see if we can get him a little closer. Down at the house on Church Street. That's Kathy. I want you to look at the bicycle Jess and Joan got her. The wheels didn't even point the right way.
That's Edmund Red. Quite a few years later, obviously. Must be mid-60s, 65, 66. His mom's house at a Christmas, and she'd gotten some underwear and was showing them off. And there's Leland Parker, and he was laughing about it. This one's a real classic. That's Dad, Leno, and Mary Parker. And waiting just a little bit. There he looks like one of the flapper women there. Here's another one of the old classics. Graham Fountain, Leno, and Daddy. This was when he was recovering from one of his surgeries. Uncle John D., and I think that's the only picture I have of him. And Uncle Clarence.
in Biloxi. And Granny Parker's right there. And Bob's hamming it up as usual. And that's out at the VA in Biloxi, and that's Mom and Dad. Oh, back out at the VA, and that's and Grandma. I don't really think Dot had something in her hair. That must be on the film.
The three ladies of the family. And here's another out at the VA. Same time as Dot and Bob earlier. And the red is just overpowering this on the video. But that was really a good picture of them.
And Scotty there always wanted to get up on bed at Grandma's and play with that lamb, and finally they let him do it, taking pictures of him, and then he was bashful.
It's an old family picture that got snuck in some way, and looks like Lonnie over on the side, and Lloyd's family, and Ava, and Linda. And there's Lloyd's family as a whole, out in Mama's front yard.
And there's Morgan when he had back surgery. All the hams.
You know where the ham's coming up. Hi.
That is the ham. He's getting ready to go back to the hospital.
Christmas party. Days of the Twist.
Pretty young. The size that was in it.
Only time I ever saw Daddy dance.
Yeah.
Big tight crosswise.
He took off, didn't he? There's my Papa. Oh, but that hair did. This must have been in 68. No, take that back. This is when I was pregnant for Kim. 1965.
There we go, Disney. Scott. Small world, what that is. There's Donnie. Linda, Scott. Groovy. Got it. There's a submarine ride. That was the elephant. Naturally, they weren't real on the Jungle Cruise. Little lions up there. Hippo. Ah.
Turn it off for a minute. I gotta stop myself.
We're almost there. Only got about another 2 minutes.
It says 30.
That's how much is left on the tape. That's not how much is left on the little film.
Alright. It
was a lot more hair, a lot darker.
That was gotten early.
Yeah, I'm talking about all of us, so. Everywhere you look, they had more hair and it was darker than it is now for the adults.
Yeah.
I know, even with Donnie.
Dennis. That was little Johnny, right?
Yeah. Lloyd's whole family. Two of that 6 is gone.
That's a picture of Charlotte, about 59 or 60. Here's one of Mom, same time frame. Getting ready for NFL tryouts. That's me, Jerry, and Jesse in Granny's backyard.
Grandpa's helping them out. And that's out of Deer Island, Grandpa Martina, throwing a cast net. That's Uncle Earl and Michael. And went out and spent the day. There's Donnie. And Mike in the background with a big fish he caught. Michael with his fish again. There's Doc with some mullet we caught. And there, that's my legs. We went out throwing a cast net. This was the old cast nets. And caught a few fish. Catfish and I don't know what else. Another perfect throw. The big outboard, and Earl, Larry, me, some of the fish we caught. And there's Ava, Dot. Yeah, we didn't do bad. Me and Uncle Earl. There's Larry on the right. Dot, Ava, Donnie, we're down off James's Pier.
This is out of Deer Island. A bunch of us out there swimming. And there's Ava and Donnie. And there's any Dot. There's Earl. This is when they were up in North Carolina, and Earl was working on a little car Joe had. There's the motor for the car. And there's the car. Donnie, Matt and Will. This picture, I'm glad I did, but it's Barbara and Bob's wedding. I assume it must be Dot and Earl's picture that was left in the projector. And there's Barbara and probably Will.
That's out Randolph, which is just up from Las Vegas a little ways. We went up to play in the snow some. Donnie, St. Dot, Grandma, Linda, Kim, Larry, there's Donnie. Charlotte fell down a lot. Donnie, Linda, Scott, Larry. There's the boy. General Sherman. A huge tree. Grandma and Grandpa walking up back. You see the whole group standing there, and we're not even as wide as the group is. It's not as wide as the base of the tree. There it is. That must be Davy. Johnny and Timmy. Alan and Janet. There's Linda. Mama, Joan, and Mama's backyard looking towards the house, which is now the porch. There's Dad. And there's Kathy and on the hearth. Ain't God with her. And there's Grandpa.
Back at Granny Parker's Christmas. Johnny. Timmy, I think it was. Joan. All the little Parkers.
I'm not going to turn this one around, but this was, we're going up to Yellowstone. We spent the night at the Grand Tetons, and we just got up the morning after driving most of the night, slept a few hours in the camper and the truck, and that night there was a heavy frost, and if you look, I'm not even sure who that is. I think it's Scotty, but somebody's got some short pants on there. Anyway, no, Scotty didn't go with us. Don't know who that is. Here's another shot, and I'm consistent. Both of them are backwards. But that's Charlotte and Darren, Mama and Kim, Gertie, Dot and Bob, Morgan and Missy, Johnny, and me. This is on the same trip. This was up by the Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs area. Kim and Darren, and that was up around the Colorado Springs area. That's the crew that all went up to Yellowstone and Black Hills. That's in the Garden of the Gods area. And the mountains the hills all around, and the climbing ledges for the kids. And here as everybody's back in, and we're just looking out over the edge there. Back at Yellowstone, looking at the mud pots. There we are at Yellowstone. Even have some more pictures of Darren. This is Yellowstone, but that fast running river we saw earlier. Dot and Bob, Davey and Kim. Well, a poor quality shot, but that's one of the old camper and the pickup truck. And it's about the only one we have of it, so I thought I'd put it in. There's a lot of us that slept and rode in that thing. And that was at the Flintstones, and that's Missy and Davey. For Darren, that's Darren. Oh. Just some of the mountain roads out there. Beautiful country. Okay, this is at Yellowstone, and this is some of the pools with the bubbling water. A lot of sulfur smells. This is in 77 when the whole group of us went up there. That's a moose. It's going across. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Elk laying out in the side of the field. A monster. Look at the rack. This was a waterfall right by the side of the road. Everyone was standing around watching. It's beautiful. Just the mountainside. It's very steep. Hard to make it out, but that's Old Faithful shooting up, and that's a couple of heads in front, and there's the geyser itself just out in front of that. And there we are watching Old Faithful. And let's see if I can zoom in a little bit there. Charlotte, Dot, Bob, Connie, Gertie, Joan. This was overlooking that fast running river we saw a while ago, Dot and Bob. And the trip in 77, that's a turtle that was out, Bob and Missy. This in the Black Hills. That's Davy on the same turtle. Kim on the turtle, along with Davy on the left there. And there is the whole motley crew. I don't know exactly where that is. Okay, we're back at the Black Hills. Guy wrestling an alligator, trying to put him to sleep. And he did it. Alligator's asleep. Bear country up in the Black Hills. They had bear all over the place out there, naturally. There's one right in front of a car. Didn't want to move. They'd like to lick the bugs off the windshield, off the headlights. There's a bear in a tree. Another bear in a tree. And there's Missy and an elephant. And that's at the Flintstones and the Black Hills. And that's the Flintstone Park in Black Hills. And that's a little train that hauls everyone around. It's in bear country again. Had a lot of buffalo roaming the place. And also sitting around and sleeping around the place. And there's Kimberly Ann at the Flintstones. There's Davy and Missy and Kim at Flintstones. Missy, Davy, Darren, and Kim at the Flintstones. Missy at the Flintstones. Again, 77, there's an elk at Yellowstone. This is just a wild elk. Flintstones again. Darren, Kim, and Missy. Flintstones, that's Darren. They just went down that slide. There's old friend the elk again. He was monstrous. Okay. Grand Canyon, it's about 1.5 miles across there to the other side. Old 66 Chevy. Sharp looking car. This was up by Mount Randolph. right outside of Las Vegas. And as I recall, this was Kim's actual first birthday, because this day it must have been 1st of March. And there was just a little bit of snow there, and the sled didn't work too well. And Dot and Bob was with us, and there's Donnie throwing snowballs, and Grandma, Dave, Kim, 1-year-old, and Dot and Bob's children are there. Bob's station wagon in the bottom. Snowman. There's Charlotte. Ron, Tony, Charlotte, back in Las Vegas, dunes. Flamingo. Going into Disney World. Disneyland. Not Disney World. Whatever. Wells in Southern California. Surprised me how many. Oranges all over the place, no fences, no barricades, just plenty of oranges. This was a little stream that Mama really loved, bubbling brook type thing. There's the motel we stayed in, on the upper left. See, that's more in the brook though. He is running pretty fast. There's Johnny, Scott and Linda, Larry, Sequoia National Park, General Sherman, big old tree. Grandma and Grandpa, that's all of us standing in front of one tree, and we don't even go as wide as the tree is. Big tree. Mom and Dad. Linda, Scott, and Donnie. Yeah, 1966. 67. Whoops. Using full mats out. There's everybody looking out Over the side, it's the river. Big elk. Real big elk. Just laying there and didn't see anyone bothering by coming by. That was in the Dakotas, as I recall, where they had the big train. Yep, and there's the kids on sliding boards. Tim, Davey, and Missy, Davey, and Darren. Smokey the bear.
Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy. Grandpa, take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so hazy. Did lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come what may? Is a promise really something people kept, not just something they would say? Families really bow their heads to pray, daddies really never go away. Oh, oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Everything is changing fast. We call it progress, but I just don't know. And Grandpa, let's wander back into the past, then paint me the picture of long ago. Lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come what may. Is promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Families really bow their heads to pray, daddies really never go away. Oh, oh, Grandpa,
When I was a kid, about 8, 9 years old, I lay down in the grass and with my body become the star and moon and all that. That was a good life. But today, my God, the life goes like a bullet, too fast. One day to another look like 1 hour. But now since I've been older, different subject.
What would you tell this new generation about life?
To give love and respect, not all day, every day, but at least twice a week to your mother and father, especially mother.
I turned on the evening news, saw an old man being interviewed, turning 102 today. They asked him what's the secret to life. He looked up from his old pipe, laughed and said, all I can say is, don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25, then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink, you just might miss your babies growing like mine did, turning into moms and dads. Next thing you know, you better have a 50 years as they're in bed, and you pray and God takes you instead. Trust me, friend, 100 years goes faster than you think, so don't blink. Well, I was glued to my TV when it looked like you looked at me and said, best start putting first things first. 'Cause when your hourglass runs out of sand, you can't flip it over and start again. Take every breath God gives you for what it's worth. Don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25, then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink, you just might miss your babies growing like mine did, turning into moms and dads. Next thing you know, you better have a 50 years as they're in bed, and you pray and God takes you instead. Trust me, friend, 100 years goes faster than you think, so don't blink. So I've been trying to slow it down, I've been trying to take it in this here today, gone tomorrow world we're living in. Don't blink, just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25, then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink, you just might miss your babies growing like mine did, turning into moms and dads. Next thing you know, you better have a 50 years as they're in bed, and you pray and God takes you instead. Trust me, friend, 100 years goes faster than you think, so don't blink. No, don't blink. Don't blink. Life goes faster than you think, so don't blink. Life goes faster than you think, don't blink. Don't blink. Life goes faster than you think. in the early rush of morning, trying to get the kids to school. One's hanging on my shirt, the other's locked up in a room. I'm yelling up the stairs, stop worrying about your hair.
Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like
now someone's gotta go.
this world's gone crazy.
Everybody's
Grandpa,
I swear I can't wait.
take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so easy. Lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come what may. Promise really something people can, not just something they would say. Families really bow their heads to pray. Daddies really never go away. Tell me about the good old days.
I got the impression he's about to pop the question. I look over at their pictures, sitting in their frame. I see them,
Grandpa,
I guess that'll never change.
everything has changed fast. We call it progress, but I just don't know. And Grandpa,
That's how it is.
let's wander back into the past, then paint me the picture of long ago. Lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come what may. Promise really something people can, not just something they would say, then forget. Families really bow their heads to pray. Daddies really never go away. Tell me about the good old days. Whoa, whoa, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days.